Sadhu. So a question has been asked, after the meditation, for a couple of minutes our mind stays peacefully, but why do we go back to cling? Why isn't this cleanliness persist for a long period of time? The answer for this is, while we are meditating, what we are doing is we are carefully evaluating our mind. And during that meditation, we are removing any bad thoughts or feelings or consciousness that we are getting. We are consciously removing them. But when we come out of the meditation, there is nothing to control our mind. There is nothing. So we are getting every nivarana, which means the things that hinder the nirvana. So the nirvana hindering factors are kama chanda, which means attached to the amiable things in life, kama chanda. So remember the previous lecture where we learned that everything is created in the mind. We look at an object, which being a flower, we give value to that flower, and then we create stories in our head, and then we consciously give in that particular object more value without realizing that it is something that is going to get old, that is going to face changes, that is not something that I can control by myself. It is anatma, so anitya, anatma, both of these factors called dukkha, which means the changes will cause suffering. So kama chanda is something that we have given a value to the external object, and then we have made that object our ambition to achieve, is our desire, and we have clinged onto it. So that's what kama chanda means, which is anatma, but not realizing that this is anatma. We're not realizing that this is something that is going to change. We have created a story that this should be like this, but because it has changed, now we are angry. So that is vyapada. Another nivarana is thina middha, which means feeling lazy or lazy to do meditation, lazy to do good things, lazy to do good karma. The other one is uddhacha kukucha. It's restlessness, constantly asking questions, and restless, constantly creating stories. But keep referring back that this is all created in our mind. Make a boundary now. This is all looking into our thought process. And vichikicha, doubtful that someone has looked into the division of different states of mind. Doubt whether by looking at this mind process, whether we can achieve that restfulness. So I've just explained the factors that actually hinder the peaceful state of mind, or nivarana. So the question that we have initially asked is, why during the meditation our mind has eradicated temporary these hindrance factors, but once we come out of the meditation, why does our mind get quite dirty again? Why does it fill with all these factors, kama chanda, vyapada, thina middha, vichikicha, uddhacha kukucha? Why does our mind get full of this avidya? So the reason for it is, during the meditation, we consciously look at our thought. We divide that thought. A lustful thought comes into our mind. We recognize this thought as a lustful thought. And by using different techniques, we change that mind. We stop that mind. And that's how we achieve a peaceful mind in the meditation. When we get a lustful thought, we recognize it. Yes, it is a lustful thought. And you are making peace with that mind. And you distract it to something else that is a good thought, a good karmic thought. For example, you think about a good thing that you've done, so that will make your mind happy, and then that will help you to continue establishing your peaceful state of mind during meditation. So the question is, how are we going to establish this peaceful mind outside when we come out of the meditation? We can use few hacks and few tricks, which is quite similar to what we do in the meditation. This is 5 tricks that Supreme Buddha has taught us how we can help to eradicate slowly this nivarana. So the first one is asubha nimitta, which means understand that the true nature of the mind, which I have referred many times, which is constantly changing. So therefore it is causing suffering and we have no control. Understand the reality. Coming back, that is the core. Number 2, how we can reduce the nivarana is by blocking the food that actually feed our thoughts. So that is also called Indriya Samvara. By controlling at each stage what we are taking in, we can help to reduce the nivarana, okay, which is kama chanda, vyapada, tina middha, vichikicha, avidya. And the number 3 is we have to feed. So we are controlling what is coming in, but we at the same time we have to, in order to survive in this world, in order to carry on doing our normal activities, we have to let some things in, but we let those things in with a conscious manner. So in Sinhala we used to say ahare pamana danagena bhavita kirima, which means understand that this is the limit, this is the boundary, and then understand that you cannot go beyond this boundary. We collect only how much we can eat, not beyond. More food means creating more and more desire, and then we are causing ourselves with a lot of problems. Number 4 is you have to have good friends who have developed their mind in the path, 8 Noble Path, and who knows about these teachings of to cultivate a great mind. Number 5 is once you are talking, you have to be aware of your speech, because not only speech is food, food for your mind, speech causes many consequences later on in life as well. So once again, the answer for the question, how are you going to ensure that you are keeping that state of peaceful mind? By 1, understanding what is polluting the mind, which is nivarana. How to keep those pollutants at bay. The 5 ways I have just explained to you. And number 3, every time that you get a thought, evaluate that thought, and then if it is something that cause lobha, which is greed, desha, ill will, or moha, avidya, or like ignorance, you can stop that thought. Another meditation practicer said was effective to them was take one of those 5 clings, Panchupadana Skandha, that you prominently feel. For example, something that I find out of the Panchupadana Skandha meditation when I do, feeling is something that I prominently feel and also identify. This is a happy feeling, this is a sad feeling. And then you can go deep into that consciousness. This feeling also going to end. So that will cause sorrow or suffering. So you can take each feelings that you are getting throughout the day and break them down and evaluate them. Okay? That is also called vidarshana, which means seeing through it, the reality of that particular feeling. For example, if it is a sad thought, that's also going to end. And then you're going to say, Vedana Anityai, Vedana Anityai. And you are muttering the same sentence, for example, Vedana Anityai, Vedana Anityai. And that keep your mind on peaceful state. And I hope this will help.